So this video is demonstrating directional isometrics of compressing and lengthening in the Z-sit position. So Mike's going to demonstrate lengthening first. So he's in his Z-sit. All right, so one hip is in external rotation, one hip is in internal rotation. Lengthening is just making everything kind of reach out of the socket as far as the hips are concerned, and then get the spine to lengthen as much as possible. So his cue is going to be, think about reaching your knee away from your hip, both sides. All right, so this should promote a little bit more external rotation, so he should feel his outer butt, his glute maximus work, which is an external rotator. Spread your toes, dorsiflex the ankles. All right, spread your fingers, externally rotate the shoulders. Think about reaching the shoulders out of the socket. Crown of the head reaches to the ceiling. The whole tongue presses to the palate on the top of the mouth. Feel your front of your pelvic floor draw up, so everything is reaching long, and then relax. And then repeat that. So you should get a sense that every time you relax, you kind of recoil back in, and then when you lengthen, go ahead and repeat. Everything expands and opens and widens, okay? And make sure you can breathe there. So when you inhale, the widening of the abdomen can enhance the reaching. When you exhale, you can think about enhancing the upward motion of the pelvic floor. All right. So that is lengthening. Now for compressing, what we want to look at is we're going to move towards the internally rotated side. So Mike is going to compress the rib cage, and he's going to turn his body and his sternum so he's facing basically this back leg here. The thought now is in the socket with the hips. So he thinks about knee coming into the socket, knee coming into the socket, and it's helpful to take this hand and put it right on the calf there, so you give yourself a little bit of a resistance as if you were trying to get the hamstring to engage, which helps that go into the socket even more. So what Mike wants to feel here is internal obliques or abs on this side, and the adductors and the hamstring on this side as much as possible. The knee should be heavy on the ground, with a sense that the foot is almost able to come up, because that is the internal rotation cue through here. His breathing will make him fill. Exhale, he gets even more into the socket on both sides. All right, so there's a lot of abs here. And then there could be a sense of in the socket, in the shoulders, where he feels the lats pack a little bit. All right, chin is tucked. Tongue, the tip of the tongue touches behind the two front teeth. All right, and then each breath creates a little bit more compression towards that side. So this side, this looks very flexed because everything is compressing more towards the midline and actually rotating more to this back leg. Thanks, Mike.